Well, hello there, nighttime friends. It's been a little while. It is January 6th, 2021 rather. It's a big day. Lots happened, and it seems to be mostly good news. Let's just run down it real quick. Patriots, or groups seeming to be patriots, have taken over, briefly took over the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. This is huge. They managed to lap BLM and Antifa, who've been kicking their ass all summer. BLM and Antifa, as I've lambasted Patriot groups for several months now, actually got a lot done. I mean, they accomplished a lot. They got statues torn down. They got politicians. They got rid of a police chief. They've got politicians installed, or at least the backing of politicians. And of course, they did that all with the unanimous support of the billionaire class. The corporations loved them, the fucking Nabisco, the NBA, fucking everybody. But they never managed to do something like this. They never managed to take over the Capitol building. I saw a tweet from, I believe, Pramila Jayapal, who's one of these fake squad type. I think she's part of the squad. The squad! I'm not sure. She might be like a fifth member. But I remember during the impeachment, she was practically crying. She couldn't believe what Trump had done to Hunter Biden. She's a fucking actor. But I think she was expressing genuine concern about these protesters getting into the Capitol. Like, she was actually concerned. This is good. We have politicians right now who are completely unaccountable. They don't even seem to be accountable to elections. And I can't get too much into that because obviously the 2020 election and every other election in America except the presidential election of 2016 are completely transparent, perfect, and above board. However, it's fair to say that, I don't know, about 80 million fucking Americans don't feel that way. And it's pretty terrifying. You know, you realize you're not really living, or you believe, YouTube, you believe you're not living in a democracy. But or a republic. Don't fucking argue with me about that. A fucking place where you actually have a vote is all I mean. You've taken a step, Patriots, in rectifying that and letting the powers that be know that there are repercussions for their actions, and that's good. That's good. Good on you. Way to prove me wrong. I've been calling y'all fucking cowards and shit. But I wasn't there. I didn't go to D.C. and I didn't go to Olympia either, which I'm going to get to in a second. So some of y'all are walking the walk, and that's good. Time for people like me to shut the fuck up a little bit. Way to go. Thank you. I deserve it. Please feel free to thumbs down this video. The other news is let me just it does seem like it seems like a woman has died. Hopefully the violence wasn't committed by the protesters. If it was, the optics of that are going to be very, very bad. As sort of grim as it is, if it weren't, the optics, if the cops killed a protester, the optics of that are pretty good. Now, regardless of what happened, we're going to see the entire corporate news media do the very, very predictable 180, and they will be clutching their pearls. This will be it. This will be the violence that they that they predicted that Trump would bring. This is, it doesn't matter what happens. This is going to be, this is it. This is the Third Reich and all this shit. I actually think that this all doesn't have all that much to do with Trump. It has more to do with the fact that people feel like the elections aren't, actually, I don't think it's that. I think it's more of the COVID lockdowns and the control the government has over our lives and seem to be exercising. I mean, we're in indefinite COVID lockdowns now. I mean, we've been interned for almost a year now, and the masking, this insane, stupid masking thing. Everybody's walking around with a fucking wet ass diaper on their face. Ooh, that's how you prevent the cure for the spread of viruses. People are sick of it. They're sick of all this fucking control freak and these unaccountable politicians, and they've made them more accountable today. And we'll see what kind of backlash they mount. Do they want to fucking fight? We'll see. because the Patriots managed to put the fight to them, and we'll see if they want to fight back. My guess is they probably fucking don't, and hopefully that this at least begins a rollback of some of these restrictions and just the general governmental takeover that they're going for, the communist style takeover leftists and most Republicans are going for. Speaking of most Republicans, in Georgia, the Democrats have taken both races, it seems, and they've taken the Senate. Now, of course, these races, the elections are completely above board, transparent, and infallible, so we don't have to worry about any kind of tricky Georgia politics. You know those Georgia politics, how fucking above board they are. We won't have to worry about that. Don't listen. If you're actually listening to this, you are not really a Republican. These Republicans are not going to fucking help you, and you know it. It doesn't fucking matter. This is like, you're trading out the difference between a rank and file Republican, or not a rank, but a Republican at large, and not Trump or whatever. Most Republicans and most Democrats. You take most Republicans and swap them out for most Democrats. You're just swapping out a guy who likes to fuck little kids, little boys, for a guy who likes to fuck little girls. Okay, that's all it is. So they're the same warmonger, pedophile, fucking corporatist, shitbag, horrible people. And they're not going to fucking do anything for you. So who cares? The good news is, and it's so delicious, is that Democrats have nowhere to hide. Lefties have nowhere to hide. They control the government. They have no one to fucking blame. Everything that happens for the next 2 years is on their stick, and it's going to be great. So don't get down about this election. Look at it as an opportunity to absolutely troll these fuckers. It's going to be 2 years of I told you so. And don't fucking worry. They're not going to get anything. They'll get a few things. They'll get some creepy-ass bathroom stuff, and some tokenism and so forth. But they're not going to get Medicare for all. They're probably not going to get any kind of student loan forgiveness. They're not going to get any. The Democrats are already in power in the House. Their offer was $600. They're not going to get anything by way of COVID relief. And I don't think they're going to get the COVID lockdowns that the bedwetters want, the nationwide masking and all that stuff. They're going to try probably. They're not going to get it. And I think that because of the really, really good news today is that Jay Inslee of Washington, governor of Washington State, has been forced into hiding. This is fucking terrific. He cannot fucking rule in hiding, okay? He cannot fucking rule from the bunker. And the Washington State Patrol is really all he's got as far as sort of a police arm goes. He doesn't have control of the sheriffs or city governments. And none of these people, including the State Patrol, want to fucking, they're not going to want to, they're regular people, man. They want to go back, they want their kids back in school, they want sports, they want, they want to be able to take their families out to dinner. They're tired of this shit too. They don't want to enforce, and I say this because I don't fucking wear a mask, and I've run into plenty of law enforcement. They don't want to enforce that shit. They don't put those tight ass pants on every morning to fucking, to do that. Maybe a few of them, but for the most part, no. They want to do something more significant than that with their fucking time. Even if a lot of them are just fucking writing tickets and shit. But they're not, they don't want to fight with their neighbor over this. So what are you going to do, Jay Inslee? It's time for businesses to open up. That's the fucking takeaway of all this. Open your businesses. You have the support of the people. And Jay Inslee is toothless. He has, and don't fucking laugh at my tooth gap, all right? I fucking got that honest. That got smashed out of my head with a softball. So, but he's toothless. Open your businesses. Fucking the time to fucking fight against it is now. The Patriots have opened the door. They've opened the door in Washington D.C. as far as I can tell, and in Olympia they've managed to force Jay Inslee into hiding. His power is over. His reign is over, and he has been ruling from proclamations. Proclaim this, Jay. What the fuck are you gonna do? You don't think I can fucking organize? Well, whether I can or not goes without saying. You don't think somebody with good organizational skills can organize, a few hundred people to come fucking force you into hiding again or worse? Good job, everybody. Keep fighting. Buck off.